In the far reaches of the galaxy, on a planet known as Zyloth, there lived a princess named Lyria. She was the sole heir to the Zylothian throne, a civilization renowned for its advanced technology, breathtaking landscapes, and a culture that valued intellect and beauty above all else. Lyria was no ordinary princess. Her beauty was legendary, her intellect unmatched, and her spirit untamed. She had refused countless suitors from the most powerful alien races in the galaxy, each more desperate than the last to win her hand in marriage. But Lyria was not interested in power, wealth, or alliances. She sought something far more elusive, a connection that transcended the superficial. Her parents, the king and queen of Zyloth, were growing increasingly frustrated with her refusals. "You must choose a suitor, Lyria," her mother implored. "The stability of our kingdom depends on it." But Lyria remained resolute. "I will not marry for politics or convenience. I will only marry for love." Little did she know that her destiny would soon intertwine with that of a human from a distant, primitive planet called Earth. Chapter 1: The Arrival of the Human. One day, a small, damaged spacecraft crash-landed on the outskirts of the Zylothian capital. The Zylothian guards, curious and cautious, approached the vessel. To their surprise, a human emerged, a species they had only heard of in passing. The human, a young man named Ethan, was a scientist and explorer from Earth. His ship had malfunctioned during an experimental warp drive test, sending him light years away from his home. Ethan was brought before the Zylothian court, where he was met with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. The Zylothians, proud of their advanced civilization, viewed humans as primitive and inferior. But Lyria, who had been observing from her throne, was intrigued. She had never seen a human before, and there was something about Ethan's demeanor, his humility, his intelligence, and his courage, that captivated her. "Who are you, human?" Lyria asked, her voice echoing through the grand hall. "My name is Ethan," he replied, bowing slightly. "I am a scientist from Earth. My ship malfunctioned, and I ended up here. I mean no harm." Lyria's parents were skeptical. "What could a human possibly offer us?" the king scoffed. "Your kind is barely capable of interstellar travel." But Lyria saw something they did not. She saw potential. She saw a kindred spirit. And so, against her parents' wishes, she decided to take Ethan under her wing, offering him sanctuary in the palace. Chapter 2: A Growing Bond. As days turned into weeks, Lyria and Ethan spent more and more time together. Lyria showed Ethan the wonders of Zyloth, the floating cities, the crystalline forests, the vast libraries filled with knowledge from across the galaxy. In return, Ethan shared stories of Earth, its diverse cultures, its history, and its struggles. He spoke of humanity's resilience, its capacity for love, and its unyielding desire to explore the unknown. Lyria found herself drawn to Ethan's perspective. Unlike the suitors who had come before him, Ethan did not seek to impress her with grand gestures or displays of power. Instead, he engaged her in deep conversations, challenging her thoughts and opening her mind to new ideas. For the first time in her life, Lyria felt truly understood. But their growing bond did not go unnoticed. The Zylothian court was abuzz with gossip. How could the princess, the jewel of Zyloth, be so enamored with a human? The suitors who had been rejected by Lyria were particularly incensed. They saw Ethan as a threat, an interloper who had no right to be in their presence. Chapter 3: The Shocking Purpose. One evening, as Lyria and Ethan strolled through the palace gardens, Lyria revealed the true reason she had been so resistant to marriage. "There is a prophecy," she confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. "It foretells that the future of Zyloth depends on a union between our kind and another, a union that will bring about a new era of peace and prosperity. But the prophecy also warns of great danger. The one I choose must be willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of our people." Ethan listened intently, his heart heavy with the weight of her words. "And you believe that I am the one?" he asked. Lyria nodded. "I do. But I cannot ask this of you. It is too great a burden." Ethan took her hand in his eyes filled with determination. "Lyria, I may be just a human, but I believe in the power of love and sacrifice. If there is even a chance that I can help you and your people, I will do it." Lyria's heart swelled with emotion. She had found not only a partner but a true ally. Together, they would face whatever challenges lay ahead. Chapter 4: The Final Challenge. The news of Lyria's decision spread like wildfire across Zyloth. The suitors, furious and humiliated, banded together to challenge Ethan. They demanded a trial, a test of worthiness to prove that a human was deserving of the princess's hand. The trial was a series of grueling challenges designed to test Ethan's strength, intelligence, and courage. The first challenge was a battle of wits, where Ethan had to solve a complex puzzle that had stumped even the greatest Zylothian minds. With Lyria's guidance and his own ingenuity, Ethan succeeded. The second challenge was a test of physical endurance. Ethan had to navigate a treacherous obstacle course filled with traps and dangers. Though he was not as physically strong as his alien competitors, Ethan's determination and resourcefulness saw him through. The final challenge was the most daunting of all, a duel against the most powerful suitor, a warrior from the planet Krylos. The Krylosian was a formidable opponent, armed with advanced weaponry and enhanced strength. But Ethan, armed with nothing but his wits and a weapon of his own design, faced him head-on. The battle was fierce, and Ethan was badly injured. But in the end, he emerged victorious, proving that courage and ingenuity could overcome even the greatest odds. Chapter 5: A New Era. With the trials behind them, Lyria and Ethan were finally free to be together. The Zylothian people, once skeptical, now celebrated their union. The prophecy had been fulfilled, and a new era of peace and prosperity began for Zyloth. But their journey was far from over. Together, Lyria and Ethan worked to bridge the gap between their two worlds, fostering understanding and cooperation between Zyloth and Earth. They faced many challenges along the way, but their love and determination never wavered. In the end, Lyria realized that her refusal of countless suitors had not been in vain. She had been waiting for someone who saw her not as a prize to be won, but as an equal. And in Ethan, she had found not only a partner but a true soulmate. As they stood together, looking out at the stars, Lyria knew that their love was more than just a union of two beings. It was a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of love to transcend even the greatest of differences. And so, the alien princess and the human lived happily ever after, their love story echoing across the galaxy for generations to come.